intuitive people, welcome back to Crystal Intuition. This is our part 2 to the series of the haunted locations in South Africa, and today we'll be talking about Uniondale, Route 62. So this story is a little bit cliche, to be honest with you, because I'm pretty sure a lot of countries all over the world has a similar story or legend to this one. It goes by many names: the hitchhiking woman, the disappearing woman, the woman in white, the vanishing woman. So this one has a rather interesting backstory. There was even a movie about this story, Afrikaans movie that came out a couple of years ago that talked about the whole story of the ghost of Uniondale. So there have been several reports over the years of people sighting this ghost, and the whole gist of the story is the motorcyclists pick up the woman and they put her in the car, and over a few kilometers she just disappears and they're just freaked out. So let me read you the story of this particular woman. In stormy weather on Easter weekend of 1968, a young engaged couple had a car accident on the Barandas Willamore Road around 20 kilometers from the town. The woman, Maria Charlotte Roux, was sleeping in the backseat of their Volkswagen Beetle when her fiancé lost control of the car overturned and she was killed. The first reported sighting of the ghost matching her description occurred during the Easter weekend of 1976, and since then many other sightings have been reported. All involve a female hitchhiker who is given a lift, then disappears a few kilometers down the road, and some have reported car doors opening and closing, laughter, and a chill in the air. This is a newspaper article from the Daily Breeze newspaper, Tolerance, California, dated Friday, April 11th, 1980. The article reads as follows: The motorcycle ghost of Korea Desert has struck again. The ghost, said to be a woman who died in a motorcycle accident more than 10 years ago near Uniondale, badly frightened Andre Gutsia, 20, who was breezing along the highway on Good Friday. I was riding near the Barandas turnoff, the site of the fatal accident, near a decade ago, when I felt my hair stand on end inside my crash helmet, and someone or something put its arms around my waist from behind. There was something sitting on my bike. The frightened motorcyclist said to had sped away at 80 miles per hour, so he just sped away. But the ghost hit him 3 times in the helmet to get him to slow down. That's actually pretty sad, because it makes sense, because she died in a car accident, so she doesn't want him speeding. The blows were vicious, he said. When he reached 100 miles per hour, Kutsia said the apparition disappeared. He could hardly speak when we asked him what happened, but gradually it dawned us to that the woman ghost had appeared once more. So there has been several sightings and similar sightings of this ghost. A lot of people claim that she had blonde hair and she was in a wedding gown. But, the stories vary from who tells it. Some people say she had blonde hair, but in the movie they portrayed her with dark hair. A lot of people say that it was her and her fiancé, which means she probably didn't wear a wedding dress. It was probably just a white dress. And others say that on the morning of their wedding, that's when the car crash happened. They were on their way to the honeymoon, and that's when the car crash occurred. So she was in a wedding gown. So the story kind of varies from person to person and who tells the story, but it's a very eerie story. And I believe there's a lot of similar legends in other countries that also talks about a hitchhiking ghost or a disappearing female ghost, usually wearing a white dress. So it's very eerie, and there's actually newspaper articles about it, and people have just been freaking out about it. It's also one of the most known, scary stories of South Africa was the ghost of Uniondale. A lot of people know the story, and I just had to put it on this list of this series because it's a very interesting story. And if you ever saw this mysterious disappearing woman, put that in the comments below, or if you have any opinions about the story, any additional knowledge, but I just thought this was a really interesting story about this disappearing woman. I think I would probably freak out if I was just driving in my car and there's just a woman sitting next to me. Sometimes they don't even stop to pick her up. Sometimes she just appears next to them and then just disappears. And I'd be very freaked out if a woman was just suddenly sitting next to me while I was driving my car, and I would probably lose control of my car and crash my car as well. So that would probably not be a great scenario. But yeah, a lot of people actually stop and they pick her up and she just vanishes. And I would just be really freaked out. I'd actually drive back and see if I can find her again because I'm very curious. But this story is just, it has piqued so many people's interests. So I hope it has piqued yours. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next haunted location episode. See you guys later. Bye!